5, 4, 1, go.
Good morning and welcome everybody to Miami's Community Newspapers Facebook Live. We are here, Animal Services. I am Flora Beal, your Public Affairs Administrator, and I am here accompanied by Viviana Andrade, who is our foster coordinator. So we want to make sure that you know that fostering saves lives. We have a network of foster families throughout the community that really help us with our pets. We receive more than 30,000 animals every single year. And we really couldn't do the life-saving work that we do without the help of our community, and particularly our foster families. So Viviana, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So tell us, how do our foster families help us?
Oh, gosh, they help us in so many ways, whether it's fostering little Miss Daisy that I brought in today so she could get big and strong, come back into the shelter in any of our satellite locations to go ahead and get adopted, or it's, some that are smaller than Daisy's, like neonates. We need bottle feeders. We need fosters that can help us bottle feed the tiny but mighty neonates. Also, we have a lot of dogs that have been in our shelter.
Like Frankie.
Like Frankie, little Frankie. Especially some that are bigger than Frankie, our little seniors. Those are near and dear to my heart, as I myself have a little senior at home. Some of our seniors have been in our shelter for a little while, and they need, a break, whether it's a paw venture that we just started, which you could take the pet out for a day, take him to Starbucks, get a pup cup, take him to the beach. They have to be Miami dogs. Or whether it's like a weekend trip, you can take them Friday, bring them back Monday, let me know how it goes. Or whether it's our amazing ambassador fosters that, they go above and beyond and try to find a forever loving home to these pets that have been with us for so long. So my fosters are amazing. I can't complain. I'm so blessed to have them, and they're so amazing, each one of them.
So when they take them out, whether it's for a few hours or for, a few months,
Yes.
they bring back information. So what kind of information do they bring back that helps us to be able to adopt those pets out to their forever families?
That's a good question. So what I asked of them is if they could do what's called like a little bio for them, pretty much letting us know how their temperament is at the foster home, whether they're good with cats, good with other dogs, how's their temperament at home, are they couch potatoes, do they like to Netflix marathons, there's really good marathons going on now on Netflix. Did they watch the whole marathon with you on the couch? Or as well, if they're good with kids, with other people, that's a big plus. Are they barkers? Are they just chill? So all of that is really important in writing in on those bios, especially, I almost forgot, if they're potty trained.
Yes. So is it true then that the behavior of the pet, their personality is different in the foster home than it is at the shelter?
Oh my gosh, 1,000%. I have seen some of these pets, running back and forth in the kennel, jumping up and down, and you're like, hey, what's going on with this pet? And, one of my fosters is like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this pet because I know deep inside there's a good boy in there. All of them are good boys, but we need to find the inside of the good boy.
Yeah.
So they take them home, and you see this pet jumping up and down in our shelter, and he's just laying out on the couch, looking, sunbathing, living his best life. And I was like, is this the same dog that got fostered out 2 weeks ago?
So I remember Linda, and she was actually a little bit of the opposite, right? So she was, she came in with kind of a skin condition, so she needed medicated treatments, and she was kind of sad at the shelter. And then she went to the foster home, and her personality came out. And we actually have a bit of a video that we can show you of Linda and how she was in the foster home. Her personality really came out. So director Julian, if you could play Linda's video. So you could see that with Linda, she really came out of her shell. She started to be more playful. Her skin condition started to clear up
Yes.
a lot. I saw her a while ago, and she was really looking great. And you could see that you learn things like, do they like stuffed animals? Do they know how to play fetch, and do they like to play fetch? So, and that was actually Jonathan, right? He was our foster parent of the year.
Yes, he was.
He was, and he was serving as one of our ambassador fosters. So the video that you saw there was all from clips that he sent us. So why is that important that they take them home and they take videos and clips and things like that and send them to us?
So it's very important because you actually get to see how this dog interacts in a home environment. It's crucial for us to learn not only how they are in a shelter environment, but most importantly, where they're going to be in a forever loving home, how they're going to react in a forever loving home. Like you said, Linda was shy. She was very reserved in the shelter. If you pass by her, you're going to look, you're going to go on to the next pup. She didn't have much of a pizzazz, as we like to say. So now we went from normal Linda to what I like to call her lovable Linda, in which she comes in and she just owns the room. Now she has so much lovingness and to give to everyone, and she opened up from her shell, and all thanks to him, to our amazing
So her
foster.
confidence and her personality really started to shine.
Through
and
the
now-
roof.
Yeah, and you actually saw a little clip there of her. She went to the Marlins game for Bark in the Park. So they invited us to come out, and we went with some of our pets that were available for adoption. And that's another thing that our ambassador fosters, or just our regular fosters, will do sometimes when they have pets in their home. Tell us a little bit about the events and what they do when they come out to the events.
Oh, of course. Just like Linda, she was invited to go to Bark in the Park. She was one of our little ambassadors for the event. So all our ambassadors have the option, if they're available, of taking their ambassador pets to our events, whether it's Bark in the Park, this Saturday's Mega. So they come into the event and then they get to network her with civilians that are coming in to adopt. And it's a really good thing because they get to walk around with the pet, get all this viewing from different people, and get to network them and talk to people and talk to civilians, letting them know, hey, look at this amazing dog. She might have been overlooked in the kennel. I've been fostering her, and she knows how to sit. She knows she's potty trained, and all these extra tidbits that you wouldn't get from a pet that has been in the shelter, or a pet that has just sat in our shelter. She actually has, like we say, an ambassador, or like I like to say, her wingman.
I love that. The
Yes,
wingman.
we have
trying to
some-
get them the forever home.
Oh,
I'm trying to
yes.
hook you up, girl. I'm trying to hook you up.
For real. We got wingmans, we got wing girls. They're doing their job, and they're doing amazing at it.
So another favorite of mine, which I thought we really wanted to share with you, is Charlie. And he has an amazing story as well. But first, I'm going to show you the video. So if we could play Charlie's video with the images that the foster sent in. So you could see Foster, you could see Charlie there, right? And you saw his real personality, like you saw him just having adventures on the boat in the water. Yes. I wanted his foster mom to foster me.
Oh, you are
so she
not.
could take me on the water, right?
You're not alone.
Yeah, that lucky little guy. He got a great foster mom. And she actually took him in because he wasn't doing that well in the shelter environment.
Yes.
He had some medical conditions. So we do have a special program for our medically needy pets that go in. And our team at the foster office really saw that he also had some mobility issues. And we thought that he would benefit from being in a home-like environment. And they blasted him out, and Daniela came up and said, well, first of all, he's like 6 or 7 years old. He's 7 now. He was 6 at the time. And she was just like, she has a special place in her heart for senior pets and senior pets that have medical needs particularly. Oh, yeah. So she took him on, and it was discovered that he actually needed ACL surgery.
Yes, ACL and TPLO, which is the whole tibia, like the whole top of his of both his hips, sorry,
There you go.
were rubbing up against his hip. So the main bone was rubbing up against his hip, causing him pain and discomfort. So when he would walk, he would wobble a little bit. It looked like he was dancing salsa, but not really.
But he wasn't enjoying it.
He wasn't enjoying
Yeah,
the salsa dance. So pretty much we looked at it and we're like, okay, he's such a lovable dog. He's such a social butterfly. What's going on with him? So we're like, okay, he needs a medical procedure that, we won't be able to acquire here in the shelter. Let's blast him out for foster and see what we could do. Lo and behold, Daniela had fostered Shadow, which was a 13-year-old German Shepherd from our shelter. And she was able to get her a forever loving home. And she's like, I'm going to go ahead and take this task too. She took on Charlie. Charlie started living his best life, got sponsored for the bilateral TPLO surgery. We did one at a time.
And that was actually at an event. She went with him at an event and found a
sponsor for
sponsor
him. Yeah.
for those surgeries. Actually, both of the surgeries were sponsored. Yeah. And then what happened after that?
So after that, he recovered, the road to recovery. And through the road to recovery, they found an adopter for him. And the doctor's like, I'm willing to go on and take on the task of him, through recovery. And everything went amazing. I just saw him a couple of days ago on his adoption day.
His gotcha day.
Yes.
I was able to witness his gotcha day. So all these amazing stories that we can tell you about how the fosters really play such a huge role in that journey to their forever family, to their forever loving family. And you really get to see how you can have an impact on the individual lives of the pets that we have at the shelter, right? So there's an old saying which I love, and it goes something like this. It's when you save one dog, you won't change the world, but certainly the world will be changed for that one dog, right?
Actually, I just ordered a little sign that says that.
Really? It's a cute. I know we're silly. We have all these little sayings that we love, but that really is true. When our foster families come in, they save lives one life at a time, and help them to live their best life. So it's amazing. We also have the Paw Ventures, which you mentioned, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about Paw Ventures, how that came about, and we have some examples of the Paw Ventures, right? Okay.
So you're gonna laugh at me.
Okay.
I'm a huge TikToker, so I don't
I'm laughing at you.
I gotta get hip, I gotta be in with the crowd.
I'm still not there. Go.
So I don't do TikToks. But I love looking at TikToks because there's so much funny ones out there. I was like, how are these people able to do this? So I'm scrolling through TikTok one night and I come upon what's called a Hawaii adventure. And I was like, what is this? And I go further into it. I open up my MacBook, forget about TikTok this time. I'm doing my research. And ends up being Hawaii does this thing where they do a field trip to get their shelter pets out for the day, take them out to these amazing beaches, these volcanoes, all these things. And there's actually a wait list for these one-day field trips where people fly all across the country to go to Hawaii just to take out a dog for a day. And they're backed up by 2 months. And I was like, we're a tourist city. Why can't we do that? We're Miami. We could do anything, right, guys?
Yes, we can. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Yes. So I went ahead and I told my supervisor, and then the pandemic hit. And I'm like, no, I'm going to pull through. So as soon as the pandemic finished, I was like, we're going to do this again because we got to be there with Hawaii, both tourist places. So that's how Paw Venture came to be. And it's very near and dear to my heart because we never had it. And I wanted to make this project for big, lovable dogs. Not only our small dogs, for our big dogs to get showcased out. So it's open to the public. It's not only my fosters, which is what I like. Not too much red tape. So you could go ahead and email me at astfoster@miamidade.gov. Go ahead and let me know, Vivi, I want to do a Paw Venture. Come in that morning. I help you see our selection of pets, our large, lovable dogs that need a day out, the pup cup. And then you go ahead and you take them out. You had a great time. You bring them back in the afternoon. So it could be on your day off. It could be on a holiday, anything like that. And then we get so much information from you on how this this pet did outside the shelter environment. So you're helping us, you're helping the pet, and then we're helping you by having a good day off.
There you go. And it's not just the fact that the pet, the human beings, we benefit from it,
Yes.
but the pets also benefit from it. So it's been shown, the research has shown that their serotonin levels go up just from having a couple of hours out of their kennel with a human interacting with them. And actually, you could do it as a group project as well.
Yes.
So we have the University of Miami Football Club who actually comes in regularly, and takes some of our pets out. The first one that they took out was a huge success, and that was Arnie. And let me just show you the video of Arnie because it was really too cute. It was super cute. And you saw him interacting with all those individuals. And actually, that same day, somebody decided, I have to have this pet. And Arnie got adopted by one of the people that met him at that first paw venture that the University of Miami Football Club did. And they continue to come over, and every once in a while they'll take a pup out and give them that paw venture and expose them to so many different individuals that potentially could be their forever family. So thank you so much to the University of Miami Football Club for doing that as a group project.
Yes.
And just so happy to see Arnie going into a home. Yeah. But again, that video was priceless too, because there are times that just that video will be seen by somebody. And when the fosters give us the videos or put something online and tag us, we're able to share it with our viewership. So it's just more eyes, more networking, and with more than 500 pets at the shelter right now, every single little bit that we can do to help each and every one of these individuals find their home is just priceless, don't you think?
It's priceless. It's crucial. Like I say, every picture counts. To help these pets get out, show them their true nature, how they really are, how they interact with people, everything. I actually have on my phone just so many pictures. I have more pictures of dogs and cats on my phone than I have of myself or anything else, which I'm fine by that. I'm okay by that. Because I have people walk up to me, hey, do you know this dog? Actually, I do. Look at this picture. And it's so weird. They'll be like, why do you have this picture?
Yeah.
But it's because of my amazing fosters. They send them to me, and I could be able to have that. I blast it out. When I say blast is I email to all my fosters. And I not only use the shelter photo now, but every time they go out on a paw venture, I switch that shelter photo to a photo of the paw venture. Just recently, yesterday, I was looking through because I was sending out this big dog. And I remembered he had a paw venture a couple days ago, last Saturday. And I go and I look at the pictures that she sent me. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I'm a big daisy flower girl, and he is literally, it's a giant shepherd, just leaning over, smelling a daisy. I was like,
so
I'm melting.
See, you can take them out to smell the flowers and the ocean and feel the sand under their paws.
Yes.
That is so amazing. And it's so great that they're able to do that. We actually had another one, and this is Bentley, guys. And Bentley is actually still available for adoption at the shelter. And this is one of the paw ventures that he went to. And you can see how he's just enjoying nature. That is cute. So you got to see how he enjoys water. So now we know that Bentley enjoys water. We do always ask, there are some restrictions, right? So there are some guidelines, whether you're doing fostering or if you're doing the paw ventures, there are some guidelines. So tell us, what are some of those rules of thumb when you take a pet?
That's a good question. So some good rules of thumb is, we love all our foster pets and we love all our shelter pets, but some of them we don't know how they are, and we don't know their behavior before they enter our shelter. So with that being said, when you take them out on a paw venture, when you take them out for ambassador or even normal fostering, I don't recommend to take them to dog parks. I don't recommend off leash because you don't know. We've had some runners, some track stars. And then I've had that phone call like, the more I call his name, the more he runs. So I don't recommend off leash. Always keep them on leash. Don't take him to doggy parks. Don't take him somewhere where he will feel uncomfortable. So I always do recommend normal parks, maybe a park where he feels comfortable, long walks on the beach with the leash. But there, Bentley did amazing. He was on his leash. The foster parent did an amazing job at keeping him, away, separate from the other dogs. He's looking at them. He feels there's an interaction, but he's like, oh, wait. I'm a salt life. I'm a water boy. Let me go find some fishes. So you saw him do that little dive. I love it. So she did a good job at, keeping the protocols and procedures, but also letting him have fun and feeling like, he's doing his own little adventure out there.
Yeah, and he's enjoying his time with his humans.
100%.
Now, what are the requirements? So, is there a specific age that you have to be? What are the requirements?
So, yes. So you have to be 18 years and over, since you do have to sign a contract stating that, you're taking this pet out and you're responsible for this pet, whether it's, for the paw venture, 24 hours, whether it's a weekend or an ambassador. You also do get community service hours. So people are like, okay, but mostly the students are the ones that need the community service hours, but they're under 18. So if your parent's okay with it, they could go ahead and become the foster parent. That's how I sign my emails, by the way.
There you go.
Hi, foster parents.
Love it.
So your parent can become the foster, and with your help, with you and the parent, with the student and the parent, they're a joined foster family, and then they could be able to foster a pet, and the student could be able to receive community service hours.
So one of the ways that they do that is through our Kitten Cuddler program, which we haven't spoken to, which is the whole reason that we brought Daisy. So tell us what it is that like Daisy's foster parents would have been doing. How do they do it? What are the resources that are available for those neonates? Like if she was, 2-3 weeks younger.
Oh, yes. Good. Another good question. I'm loving all these good questions you're sending me. So let's say Daisy is not eating on her own and she's bottle feeding. She came to us, her little eyes closed, half the ears that she has right now. And she needs bottle feeding. We also provide bottle feeding trainings, whether it's one-on-one bottle feeding or communal bottle feedings. We used to do virtual bottle feeding trainings a little while ago. We did. So pretty much we train you how to bottle feed. Depending on the age of the pet is how much you have to bottle feed, whether it's every 2 to 3 hours for pets that are 1 to 2 weeks, or 3 to 4 hours, whether it's pets that are 3 to 5 weeks. So I brought some stuff that are usually part of the neonate kit, which I like, the little kit I send out to all my...
Kitten care kit.
Yes, kitten care kit. So we have first here, which is a heating pad. So usually kittens that age can't control their natural body temperature. So they're always really cold. That's why you see them huddled up in little kitten balls. So this you actually heat up in the microwave for 5 minutes, and it lasts about 4 hours, so about 2 feedings, which is pretty cool. We also have what's the most important, which is the bottle. I love these bottles because they have so many different nipples, which helps with kittens throughout the stages of their feeding, whether it's milk all the way up to slurry, which is when we start introducing the soft food into the milk.
Mixing the milk in with soft kitten food.
Which is perfect. We have what's been heaven sent to us, to tell you the truth, the miracle nipple. And it is a miracle in itself.
So it's a miracle nipple, guys. I gotta show you. It's the miracle nipples. If you're gonna donate nipples, these are the ones that you
The miracle ones.
The miracle ones.
So actually are silicone based, and they are a little bit more natural to the cat mom's nipple than it is when it comes to the standard nipples on the bottles.
Okay.
I love them. They're amazing. So the most important, KMR, Kitten Milk Replacer, which is right over there by you.
This one?
Yes, it comes with a scooper and everything in there.
Okay.
So that's the powder formula that we give all our fosters. And that can right there, once opened, you can put it in the fridge and it's good for 3 months. So throughout the whole transition of the baby.
Awesome. And we have baby wipes. Why do they need
Yes.
baby wipes? And we give so many baby wipes.
We have so much baby wipes. At this point, I'm ready to have like a whole daycare of children. I'm ready.
You're
After
ready.
all these neonates.
Gotcha.
With all these baby wipes.
Yeah.
So the baby wipes are to go ahead and help the kittens go to the bathroom. So you have to go ahead and be mom. You got to be full on mom at this point. Because what mom does is, baby, she stimulates the kittens after every feeding so they could defecate and then they could urinate. So that's when the baby wipes come in. So you go ahead and, you know,
wipe it and they just kind
you
of
wipe
go
them.
on the wipe.
Yes.
And they say that it helps to do it like over the kitty litter, so they start making that correlation between
Yes.
this is where you're supposed to go. And then how old are they usually when they start going to the litter box?
When they start going to the litter box, I have some of my little kitten Einsteins that they start as early as, 3 weeks. And it's a good thing that you said that, to make them, go to the bathroom over the litter box, because it releases the pheromones with the urine onto the litter box. So when you're not there having to stimulate them, when they need to go, they smell their own pheromones in the litter box. And they're like, 2 and 2 is 4. Mom's not gonna, make me go to the bathroom right now. And I really
And I gotta go.
I need to go.
I gotta go.
And then you see them just walk over and go to the bathroom, which I was like, yes.
Yeah, it's a moment when they finally start doing it. I know that happened with my neonate that I had when I was fostering a neonate. Okay, so we've kind of gone over the requirements. We've gone over what we provide, particularly for the kittens. But what about for puppies like Frankie? So I know like sometimes we get them really, really young and they're not quite big enough to be able to go through their sterilization surgery. They need a little bit of specialized care before they can go to adoption, like Frankie here, who's almost ready to go into surgery and get his go up for adoption. But until that point, what are some of the things that we provide for dogs? So for dogs like Frankie, or for just some of our lovable Bentleys and Charlies and Lindas?
Oh, yes. So I also provide bowls, dry dog food, wet dog foods, because we spoil our dogs at the shelter. Let me tell you. Delilah,
They get mixed food, right?
They get mixed food. They get the soft and the wet, the soft and the hard. Delilah only gets, weight control food.
Delilah is
my dog.
Her spoiled little baby at home.
My little spoiled dog. She's about to be like, bring some soft food up in here, Mom.
Yeah, right.
So we give them wet and dry dog food. We also give them bowls. We give them treats to, help them with the potty training, make them learn a little bit of tricks.
Wee pads.
Wee pads, very important, especially for puppies.
little ones.
For little puppies. We also give them leashes and harnesses. I have some specialized leashes, which are called gentle leaders, which are perfect for pets that are a little bit, crazy on the leash, still learning, and it's really good with training on how to walk them side by side.
So that's another interesting point. So when we do have some pets that require some education, some teaching them a little bit of those house manners,
Yes.
shall we say, and walking manners.
Oh, yes.
We do provide some resources, and then it really is so beneficial to that pet for them to make that next step, that forever home, actually their forever home. So it helps to make that adoption successful, because you're also teaching them, you're training them while they're in your home. So that they can have a successful unification with their new family, right?
Of course. Yes, I agree, because the shelter environment is amazing, and we try our best at teaching our shelter pets. But there's so much stimuli around the pet, they pretty much can't focus on what you're telling them. So you can pretty much teach a pet how to potty train in the shelter, or how to maybe sit and stay. But since we have so many pets, it's almost impossible to be able to
Right.
teach 415 dogs how to sit and stay.
Exactly.
So in a home environment, it's so much easier because you're there with them 24/7. So you're retelling them every day, and with positive reinforcements such as the treats that we provide. Within 2 weeks, I've had people come back and they're like, "Hey, I don't need the wee pad anymore." And I was like, "What happened?" He ripped them all up.
Or he's not pulling on the leash anymore.
Or
He
he's
learned
not
how to walk.
pulling.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and it's so amazing, and it's such positive behavior. And they come in. Some of them even come in within a month, and they're like, "I'm just walking by, to show you how he's doing." And I was like, "Oh, 100% different dog." Calm mannered, whether like when 2-3 weeks ago they zoomed out of
They were
my
zooming
office.
out of there, yeah. Yeah.
So it's such good turnaround, amazing positive behavior.
So if anybody's interested in becoming a foster parent, what should they do?
Oh, good question. So they can go ahead and email me at asdfoster@miamidade.gov, and I could go ahead and send them the link straight away so they could become a foster parent through our online virtual orientation. Or if they want, they could go to miamidade.gov/animals, and we have the foster link already available on our website. They just have to fill out the application. Oh, he is so cute.
I'm in heaven, guys.
No.
This is my idea of heaven, just having a puppy sitting on my lap.
They fill out the application. They do the orientation, which takes no more than 30-45 minutes. It goes through all our protocols and procedures. And they finish a 5-question quiz. I think I was a teacher in a past life.
I think you will.
So they finish a 5-minute quiz, and once all of that is done, the computer automatically grabs all that information, sends it over to me. We process it. We send you that welcome letter.
Awesome. Now, it is important that they use a desktop computer,
Yes.
right? And that they use Chrome as their web browser so
Yes.
that those questions generate. Because if you try and use Safari or Firefox or any of the other ones that are out there right now, it may not generate the questions, and you've done all of that, and you have to do it all over
Oh,
again because the
gosh.
questions don't generate, which is really
Yes.
frustrating. So use Chrome and use a desktop, and you'll avoid those types of frustrations. Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys. This is Frankie, that is Daisy, and this is Viviana. If you are interested in becoming a foster and helping us save lives, we welcome you to our family. Please do contact us. Now, I do have one more announcement to make, and that is for our Mega Matchathon. Yes, so we have our Mega Matchathon, which is coming up this weekend, starting Friday at midnight. We are going to have food trucks. We're going to have games, fun, entertainment. We're going to have music. We're going to have hundreds of pets that are looking for their forever families and special pricing. So our adoption fees will be waived, and adopters will only be responsible for the tag fee, which is $30. So you can't get a better deal than that. And all of our pets come with their sterilization surgery, with their age-appropriate vaccines, with their microchip, right?
Yes.
And they get dewormed at the shelter. So you really cannot get a better price than that. And we welcome you to come out at our Mega Matchathon so you could come and find your new best friend and your perfect match. Come on out and see us starting midnight on Friday, and it runs for 24 full hours.
I'll be
We
there.
have so many pets. We're overcrowded, and we need your help. So please come on out. This is a perfect time to come out and find your new best friend. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you in a couple of weeks.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Say bye, Frankie.